How's it going, guys? This is Win and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about some things that have been happening to the channel recently. We had a bit of negativity come into one of our recent videos and it was very unfortunate. The video ended up getting about 60% thumbs down, which is weird for me because my channel has only ever been about 5% thumbs down in its lifetime. So I try to make really good content that isn't clickbait, and I really just bring you guys the best that I can. So it was really sad to see so many negative reactions to that video. So what I did was a $100 unboxing. I opened up some of the chests in the Elder Scrolls Blades shop. Now a bunch of people were really upset by this, and I was accused of being the perpetrator that is the reason why all these gaming companies charge us ridiculous amounts of money. It's people like me that pay for this crap and perpetuate this issue of loot boxes and stuff. And that is actually a really fair thing to say. I agree. If we don't spend the money, then they're not going to put that crap in the game. It's when we do spend it, they're going to keep putting those boxes and chests in and everything. So I do apologize for people that were upset by the video. However, I think the issue is much deeper than just my one video. I want to talk in this particular video about why I think the Blades, the game itself specifically, is going to fail. Why monetization is a big problem in mobile in general, but why for Blades it's especially an issue because of that game specifically has some problems that not other mobile games have had to face so far when it comes to how they try to make money through the game. So back to my video. The video itself did really well. It got, I think, about 11,000 views at this point. It was also featured in a Forbes article of all places, and I've seen other YouTubers even reference it in their own videos where they're criticizing Blades because they needed the footage of someone opening chests. So what dumbass went and opened $100 worth of chests right when the game came out, but yours truly. So, that was a decision that I made, and, I didn't get the best gear because I was only level 3 when I did it, but all I was intending to do with the video was show everyone else what's inside, and, fortunately, everybody saw what's inside, but nobody was happy about it, and that's why the video, I think, did so poorly. But anyway, let's go back to the topic at hand, and that is the Elder Scrolls Blades, why it specifically is going to fail where other mobile games have managed to succeed. Now, all mobile games have monetization. They all have gems. They all have loot boxes. It's just how they make money, right? You don't have to pay for the game up front. When you go in the App Store, all these apps are free, but then when you get into the game, there's certain ways where they can try to squeeze money out of you, and it's funny that some games can actually do it better than others. Now, one game that I'm going to draw comparisons to between Blades a lot is Clash Royale. So Clash Royale and Blades actually have identical monetization systems. Actually, from the price of one gem all the way to the chests and the timer system, it's virtually indistinguishable. So I'm guessing Blades actually borrowed, or stole better yet, a lot of their ideas from Supercell, the makers of Clash Royale. So in Blades, we all know you can play a little bit and then you can't get much further. Once you reach a certain point, everything is basically frozen. You can't go any further with your chests, with your quests. You go into the abyss and everything just kicks your ass because you're so freaking weak and your armor and your weapons suck. Well, that's because they want you to spend gems to speed things up, get better gear, open a legendary chest in the shop. Come on now, it's only $25. You could definitely get some good items if you just open a couple chests, man. And then before you know it, $100 has gone by and you've got okay gear, but it's gonna not get you much further, right? Play a couple more hours and then that gear itself is gonna probably be obsolete. You might go a few more floors in the abyss, but then now you're just facing even tougher enemies, and it's just this endless loop. That's why the game has no level caps. The abyss has no end. You just go further and then you have to buy more to then go a little bit further, and then you have to go back and buy more, and it's really unfortunate. Something that I forgot to mention when I recorded this was that the Elder Scrolls press conference conveniently forgot to mention that there was a store in the game when it was announced. I love how they showed the entry HUD screen or whatever with the arena, and they just didn't have a little store icon. I think it's interesting that now it's early access and now there's monetization, but they conveniently forgot to tell us that over the past 10 months. But like I said, this system has worked in other games. Clash Royale, they give you chests. The chests take time to unlock. You only have a few amount of chest slots to even hold your chests. If your chest slots are full, you can't get any new chests. It's something that other games have used. Now, the reason that other games are different and why other mobile games have succeeded is because up until now, mobile games have been very colorful, little sprites. Just you tap, you open up the game, you play a little bit for a few minutes, and then you turn it off, and you don't come back to it until the next day. Now, enter a big game like Elder Scrolls Blades. The Elder Scrolls franchise itself is massive. It's huge games with giant worlds. You could get lost in them for hundreds of hours. Now all of a sudden that experience is brought to mobile, and they want to add this monetization system in that is supposed to stop your progress every 5 or 10 minutes. That whole formula itself is doomed to fail. There's no way that an entire fan base of people who is not used to mobile gaming, this is one of the first big open world, right, where you can like walk around and explore. That's the first time an Elder Scrolls game like that has been brought to mobile. So you have fans that have always played on PC, always played on console, never really dealt with microtransactions. The worst thing that they've ever had to deal with is something like DLC, the expansions for Skyrim or Oblivion. The developers make like a new island and then they sell it to you, and then you can like sail to that island and there's new quests and NPCs, and it's like an extension of the original game experience. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The developers, they took the extra time to make more quests, more NPCs, a new island or a new province in the world, and then they turn around and they sell it to you. And you know that if I spend $10 on this, I'm gonna get 30 more hours of content. That's fine. I think that's an honest way of game companies being able to get more money from you. But then all of a sudden Blades, right, has all of these gems and like timers and all kinds of stuff, and the whole idea of mobile monetization is to slow down your progress. So you have a whole fan base that loves to just grind, sit down and play Skyrim all weekend, just unhindered, right, unbothered. You can play for 16 hours in a row if you wanted to. That's what people want to do with Blades. But then all of a sudden, at every corner, you got to stop. You got to wait. You got to pay. And that right there is a recipe for disaster. That's why other mobile games like Clash Royale can succeed with a similar monetization system. You log in, you play some battles, get a chest, start unlocking it, turn it off, you play it the next day. Or at least with like the ladder and all that stuff, that you can play matches infinitely. But you still reach a point where you're like, you win, you lose, because you can't go any higher. You start meeting people who are equal opponents, and you really can't progress. But it's still fun to just play in general, right? And there's also some special events to keep you interested, and you can still like friendly battle with your friends for free. There's always something you can do if you want. But very truly in Blades, if you reach a point where there's nowhere else you can go, you have to spend money, and that is called a paywall. That is not a soft cap like in Clash Royale. That is a hard cap. You cannot progress unless you spend. That is the issue that I, quite frankly, and I will apologize, I did not see that at first. I had not gotten that far into the game. I was more interested in just showing everybody what the loot chests were all about, buying some, opening them up so people could see how the interfaces were, what like was inside the chests, and just do a general informational video and let the viewers, let you guys decide for yourself if you thought it was worth it or if you thought it wasn't worth it. Now obviously a lot of you thought, damn, these chests are not worth it, I'm not buying those, no bueno, and that's fine. And that's why my video got so much hate, because I'm the guy that spent his money to open it up and see what they were all about. So I understand, I'll take responsibility for that. But in the end, I don't think Elder Scrolls Blades is going to succeed. It's going to take a massive overhaul of their entire economy. The entire game itself is built on these loops of you play, you come back to the town, buy resources, upgrade your town, go back out to the wilderness and collect resources, come back to the town, upgrade. But through that loop, every stop of the way, it's going to make you pay money. And that's not going to work for a game like Blades, which is quite frankly a beautiful game. It's really deep. It's got a lot of cool features. The Abyss, the town, it's got the arena, it's got quests, it's got NPCs, it's got like smithy, crafting, the store, you can sell stuff. It's amazing. And it actually is pretty much a mobile Elder Scrolls experience. They just chop it up into bite-sized pieces and they feed them to you so slowly, and they make you pay for them over and over again. And that's not going to work when it has a fan base of people that want to just sit and grind for like 16 hours, 20 hours in a row, like your true diehard Elder Scrolls fans, which are not mobile gamers at heart. So you have phones now that are strong enough to support games like Blades. You've got the S10, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, the iPhone XR, iPad Pros. You've got devices that fit in your pocket, fit in your backpack, that are literally stronger than like a Nintendo Switch. They're stronger than a PlayStation 3. You've got console quality games that can now be made that are going to collide with the age-old thinking of monetization that are in crappy little games like Candy Crush or Clash of Clans. Like your regular little colorful mobile games are now, those strategies are being used on AAA like box office titles like Elder Scrolls Blades, right? Could you imagine if a Fallout game came to iPad? I would lose my mind. I would play that game every day, except we all know Bethesda is going to probably, you know, make you pay to like repair your gun, or, oh, you've got too many rads and your radiation's too high. Well, you can pay gems and heal yourself, or your guy's too thirsty. How about you go buy like some water from the shop for like $5? Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. And then all of a sudden, you have a device that's strong enough for Fallout, strong enough for Elder Scrolls, but it's never going to happen because the companies are way too greedy. So again, in conclusion, I just want to apologize to everybody that was upset by my video. I did not intend to, you know, feed my dirty money to Bethesda and just, you know, continue and perpetuate this evil system of loot boxes. That's definitely not what I was trying to do. I will admit, I saw the opportunity. I knew I could get a lot of views, and like I said, the video really took off. It got featured in a lot of cool places that personally my content has never been featured in before. So I was personally happy, and I know a lot of you said the items in game I didn't get were worth that $100, but you know, I think the video and the promotion and the growth that my channel got from it, that's where the $100 came in. So if you guys are thinking like a YouTuber, I'm just gonna give you a hint. It was never about the items in the game. But at the end of the day, you're right. For anybody that's not a YouTuber that wants to spend money on this crap, not worth it. Don't go there. It's not even worth your time, not let alone your money. It's not even worth your time, guys. So I don't know if I'm going to keep making Blades videos. It definitely is in a bad spot. The game needs a lot of work, and it's very close to a full release beyond early access, and I don't think they're going to be able to fix it. So who knows if we make more Blades videos on the channel. We'll keep going with PUBG Mobile, and hopefully you guys, even if you stuck around for some Blades videos, maybe you'll stick around for the other content. And again, I apologize for my video being you know, not that great. It was the first time I ever had to disable the like-dislike feature on a video, and I've made over almost 500 videos. So it was definitely an eye-opening experience for me. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you learned a little bit about what I think is going to happen with Blades, and you know, why I did what I did in that video. But anyway, I will see you guys next time.